Hello, Aquarius. What's going on? Woo! Let's see who wants to speak today. Oh, you funny goose. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Sometimes I feel like I don't say that enough. This is just a general message. It's not personal for the collective. It is just general. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Ooh, we got a little stack here. We got photograph. Honestly, every time I see this photograph card, I think of that Nickelback song, like every single time, to the point where like I have to kind of shift past it really fast, or that song gets stuck in my head all day. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, not showing true feelings, hiding their personality, they're pretending. Welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. With addiction in reverse. Whoa. So there is this message here that I feel that somebody could be addicted to somebody in the past, and they have to open up their heart to somebody else. Like, if you think that's going to be somebody in the past, it's not, okay? They are hiding their feelings from you. They, for some reason, I am kind of picking up somebody from your past, but yeah, it's some type of karmic relationship, okay, that you put your heart into. And I don't know, now I'm getting like anxious for some reason. Because there is this feeling like somebody's going to come in for like a second chance. Okay, this isn't somebody who I think you ever committed to in the past. This doesn't necessarily have to mean a connection, but it does have something to do with a karmic relationship. Okay. 9 of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Swords. Somebody might have like lied and said that you weren't stable enough to be with them. What's underneath that? Cupid's arrow. Abundance with girl talk. Like, okay, so, wow. Okay. I am trying to get more and more and more out of this situation, and it's happening. This person's talking. So clearly, you're dealing with somebody right now who's talking to me about it. That's how I feel. Okay. They're trying to tell their side of the story. So what it is they lied when they said that they needed more independence than what they have. Okay. This person maybe felt like, whoever you're dealing with, they might have felt like they had to be single, and it was a lie. Okay. Really, they were getting abundantly hit with something. Okay. With this relationship. So I feel like this person in the past, they wore this mask. Okay. And they never truly revealed their feelings for you. Okay. Because I think they knew they could never be with you. So you might have wanted somebody who was married. Okay, which is why the Hierophant is here. Okay, well, it's the high priest. You know, he would be the one that marries. Okay, this couple might not have been married by like a priest. They could have been married by just somebody of the law. You know, they could have went to City Hall or something like that. Okay, but I feel like this person is married, but the high priest just came with the Grim Reaper in reverse and heart with a key. So I feel like maybe this person was trapped from you for a long time because of this relationship. But now, I feel like whatever relationship they were in was kind of codependent. Okay. And they hung into it. They hung in this relationship for some reason, really upset. Okay. But they fought for it. And now it seems like, I don't know if this person now wants to talk to you. Like, you know, they didn't necessarily, don't have to necessarily be married or were married or in divorce mode, but they could have had somebody. And then you thought, okay, well, there goes my chance. Like, you have somebody, you're not the kind of person that jumps around. So I can most likely see that I'm probably fucked and I've missed my chance. Like, somebody might feel like they missed the boat or something because they were too scared. They weren't strong. Like, this person wasn't strong enough to reveal their feelings. So I think it left like some type of third party really upset. Okay. Like, you could be in love with somebody who's with somebody else. That's how I feel. Like, you're in love with somebody who's with somebody else. Okay. And yeah, they're your friend, but you don't want to be friends with them. That's the thing. That's the lie, is that you don't want to be friends with them, but you're just trying to make it seem like you're strong enough to be friends with them. And this could actually be confusing them because they don't know if you actually want to settle down with them or, you know, or if you, I don't know if this person thinks that like you're like really independent and you're okay with that. Like, you're just okay with being alone. And it's like the opposite. It's like, no, just because people are single for a long time, it doesn't mean that they want to be single. It just means that something happened that forced them into a situation of not wanting to give their energy away or give it to something that wasn't deserving of it. Yeah. Like somebody, okay, doesn't move very fast. They move slow. They let things grow, right? They let partnerships grow. And obviously, I feel like you tried with somebody, like you tried with a friend, you tried to bring it forward and nothing could come. Like, maybe you didn't describe yourself enough, you know, like maybe you didn't tell this person enough about how you felt about them because maybe you didn't really know that you were in love with your friend. You know, like, I think I had a lot of friends growing up, like a lot of male friends growing up that really liked me. And I never picked up on that, right? Because, I don't know, I was always just kind of wanted to be around people. I didn't, you know, there's the tower right there. So it's like, it's kind of in reverse because I feel like nothing's really going to come crashing down per se. Okay, I knew there was a card flipped. Where is it? Is it all the way? Oh, all right. There is no card flipped. Okay. I feel like I can't tell if somebody has to move on because they're never going to get anywhere with this person. But then the tower comes in. So then that makes me feel like with this girl talk, karmic relationship, maybe something else is coming in for you. What else? It's like somebody thinks that it's like, okay, I kind of feel like now somebody knows that you could be a little bit defensive, but you're defensive because you have a lot of enemies around you that tend to steal your hard work. Okay. So I think you put, actually this brings me back to this relationship that I had with this guy, Mark, a really long time ago at this place that I worked. And I put a lot of fucking effort into that relationship. Like I was what I would say, almost best friends with this guy for like 2 or 3 years. And I watched him date everybody around me. And like these girls, we all basically looked the same. Okay. I wasn't fat or had acne or was disgusting or gross. We all basically looked the same. Okay. We all worked at the same place. We were all hired by the same guy. So we relatively all kind of looked the same. Okay. Let's be real. Even the guys all were good looking. Like it was really weird. There was nobody ugly in our crew. Our crew was like, we had like a crew of, oh my gosh, at least 50 to 60. And none of us were ugly. It was amazing. It's not amazing. I mean, what is ugly? I don't really know. I guess none of us were gross. We were all pretty good looking. I put 3 fucking years in with this guy. And he had this kid with somebody else. And you know why she wanted to have a kid? This was so sad. So then she could have half naked baby pictures taken of herself. And what happened was, because she was so karmically lined up to fail drastically, she was kind of like extra fat, because she was really skinny before she got pregnant. And then by the time she went to, because I mean, women don't usually get these baby bump pictures until like, I don't know, I want to say like 7 months or 8 months or something like that. The water under her skin was so heavy that she just looked like a whale. And she was trying to be sexy with like covering herself up with the slip and stuff. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, you had a baby so then you could have a naked photo shoot of yourself pregnant. Like, so disgusting. She puts everything online. Everything about that kid is online. It's gross. I don't understand it. Full-fledged face of her kid, of his ass, of everything online. You can just look up her kid. And I put years in with that guy, and they're not even together. He bought her a house on the lake. He fucking stabilized her. That was all shit that I needed. I ended up all alone. Like, so there are people, and maybe I did wear a mask with him. Maybe he had no idea I cared about him. The thing is that most people, just to be around you, even to message you, means that they like you. If somebody doesn't message you and somebody doesn't talk to you, it means they don't like you. Like, I actually sent out a Merry Christmas and got nothing back. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm a big person. But it still broke my heart. Because that was like the only person I really wanted to hear from. Right? So sometimes you have these people and you try really hard, and no matter how hard you try, they don't see you. They'll never see you. So you have to move on. I'm almost going to cry. Great. Because honestly, it's broken my heart over the years how much time and energy I've put in with friendships, and then they just walk off with some big boobed fucking gross looking chick, and I'm like, okay, like, am I ugly? Like, am I gross? People feel like they can't come near me? Like, am I that bad because I've been alone my whole fucking life that maybe I'm a little bit tougher than most people, but it doesn't mean I want to be tough? You don't think that I don't want some dude beside me so that finally I become a fucking chick and I don't have to look like I want to fight everybody all the time because they're constantly fucking with me? Like, that's the thing, is like, somebody, like, I can tell you this right now because it came in reverse. Somebody does not want to fight anymore. They don't want to fight the energy around them. They don't want to fight the people around them. They just want to hang out. And it's so confusing to build relationships that go nowhere. Right? Literally, that go nowhere. That just, if anything, just become confusing. Like, okay, are you my friend? Like, I watched these 2 girls. I thought they were like pretty best friends because they'd worked together and been together for a long time. I watched them. I sat with them because I was bartending them, right? So, I mean, you observe a lot when you're bartending. These girls weren't even talking to each other. Like, they were talking at each other, and then one would start talking, and then the other one would be on their phone and like just basically responding to themselves. Like, they weren't actually there to hang out with each other. They were on their phones. They weren't speaking to one another. They didn't even hear what each other said. They did a couple shots and they left. And that's what they call friendship. I've never looked at my friends like that. I've always listened to my friends. I've always paid attention to my friends. And to be honest, the friends, you know, the people that I have encountered over the last few years, I seem to want to know about their life and how they're doing. And they don't ask about mine at all. Well, because I was homeless. Right? Like, do you like my family wouldn't ask anything of my past because I was homeless for like a month, living in my car with my sister, which we had places to go. We had something else to figure out. So we just lived in my car for a bit. that's what we had to do because we felt like we needed to. And we got shit done while we were in that car on Crown land, away from everybody, away from TV, away from electricity. Like there was no electricity in this field. There was nothing. It was actually a beautiful fucking piece of land, not far from here. And we were basically like in the meadows, just hanging out, and people stayed away from me. They wouldn't talk to me. They didn't want to know anything about it. And I was sexually assaulted by my stepfather as a child. People don't want to know. They don't want to talk to you. They think you're disgusting, you're gross, that you're tainted, that you're ugly, that you're destroyed. Right? And then you build these friendships with people, and the more they find out about you, the grosser they are at your life. They just want something fake. They want something stimuli. They want some fake ass bitch who looks like they've got their shit on a plate, but they don't, because it's all in reverse, right? So like at the same time, I feel like maybe you're again, like you're chasing somebody in the past that it's never gonna work. Like it's just not gonna work. Like they're not gonna see you. They're not going to, you're gonna chase them and chase them and chase them, and they're never gonna turn around. That's how I feel. I don't think they like you. I think they have like a sexual attraction towards you, but I don't think they like you. I don't think they can actually see a future with you, which really sucks because it means that everything you did work for with them kind of goes in vain. Because you were hoping to like start something with this person. You were hoping to hang out with this person and find strength in this. And really it just ran you right into the ground, if anything. And the tower has to come down because this person's not doing anything. They won't get off their horse and move. You know what I mean? Like if their horse is stuck, like they feel like they're stuck. And because they feel like they're stuck, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not even going to try. They just want to sink. And I think that's why this tower is in reverse. You can send them as many love and as much hugs and kisses as you want. You know, it really, at this point in time, I don't think really matters, you know, because I don't think you should have to put in that much effort because there is something moving for you. Okay. And there's the star right there. But it's the star in reverse. So maybe the universe is connecting you with something that you don't remember or that you never had, something you've never experienced. Okay, but you can't see it and you feel like you're trapped because you're focusing maybe on one person, and maybe the universe is making you do that. Focusing on the one that you can't have. So then the one that you deserve comes in and sneaks in when no one's watching because they think that you're focused on this one thing. Right? It could be something like that. Like it could be like you're tied up in something and you're sending your love to something. So then, you know, something in your universe can say like, look at like they're occupied, you know, they're occupied. They've got their attention on this one thing. Just don't worry about them. Just leave them alone. And then something else comes in. That's better. Right? Because if somebody can't see your value, it's maybe not the fact that they can't see your value. It's that they just don't care. Right? And then if you're worth something but somebody doesn't see that because they don't really care about it, then they're not meant to see your light. Somebody else will, because you're shining for somebody else. It's just, there is a connection on the way. It's just, you don't know because you're trapped in something else right now. Okay. You're trapped in something that doesn't like you. And there is a relationship that's ending. Okay. Yeah, it's almost so then like something doesn't get stolen. I swear it's because of that. They're going to take the thing that's not rooted. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They're going to take the thing that knows it can't root in your life. It can't do anything for you. So they want to take that one. And yeah, and the cup oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's almost like, honestly, I feel like this is a lie. Like, it's the fake breadcrumbs. You know, it's you're leading, you're putting breadcrumbs behind you, okay, but the breadcrumbs that you're leaving for yourself are like camouflaged rocks that nobody knows about. But what you're leaving them are actual literal breadcrumbs that lead nowhere. They lead to a path to somebody who doesn't like you. It might look like they like you, right? Because they're your friend or something like that, or they know you or they like you in some way, but it doesn't mean they like you like they could see you as a partner. So, and also what I'm getting too is I'm also kind of getting that somebody could be with a partner right now and you don't know that they're on their way to you. They're only with them, I'm getting, because it's Christmas. And they just didn't want to break up with them on Christmas. So there's another kind of like almost hidden message in there of somebody that you just constantly think is not for you. And it's been so confusing because you are friends and that you thought this was going to move somewhere. So you didn't really feel like you had to do that much for it because it should have just came together. Didn't come together. So then something else could have it kind of and have that be destroyed. Like whatever has to do with this tower. Like, to be honest, the way that I see it, because of how this is coming out, you are not worried about this. This is something that it's not bothering you. It's not keeping you up at night. You have no reason to worry that this relationship is on its way or that somebody is on its way, right? And to think of one person to just derail off another person is perfect, right? Because if you do have this like sabotagey kind of succubus energy around you, or somebody or like a friend who's used to taking stuff from you as soon as you get it, right? Because they're your friend, they're allowed, or something like that. It's the amazing trick, right? To get around something, because most people, they just, if you're always waiting for a package to be delivered, they know when to grab that package, but now you've derailed the packages to go somewhere else. So they can't steal the packages from you anymore because now you've got them delivered somewhere else. It's like, it's the perfect way to derail somebody who's been constantly stealing from you. That's what I feel, because somebody's been being stolen from, which is why the 7 of Swords did grace us with his little fucking pleasure. There he is right there, right? The thief that comes in and steals when you're not watching, right? And that's a lot of like changing your words around, right? There could be a thief in their head. Every time you communicate with them and you say something to them, this thief comes into their head and changes things around, right? Ultimate manipulation. Right? Which is why I feel like somebody has to like stop drinking, or they have to stop fighting it, right? Because you could have somebody in your vicinity that constantly keeps fighting your energy off because they think that it's an addiction and it's not. They think that they're going to chase you and they're not. That's what energy does. When you get drawn to somebody, gravity pulls you in, and it is heavy and it is electric and it is a lot like magnets, right? To get each other apart is going to be very hard, right? But that's what karmic relationships are about. And that's why I do feel like maybe someone is going to come around and talk to you. Okay, they might realize now that the abundance lies in this relationship. It lies with you. They could have been thinking that abundance lies in money, right? It lies on independence and being stable on your own. And now they're realizing that true abundance is found with people, right? It's what you can create with people and how you create the world you're in. And if you're giving a lot, then it's time to receive, because you can't just keep giving and never taking anything. It's going to off balance you. It's going to off balance the universe, because karma needs to come in that's good for you and deliver the things that you deserve. If you keep throwing away the things that you think you deserve, then the world is going to be like, well, they never want to take anything that we give them. Every time we try to give them something, they don't take it. They want to give themselves, because they feel like that's stronger, is to give and never receive. The whole part of giving is to receive. Right? I know it feels stronger to give because you feel mightier. You feel, people that are below you, you feel like you can take care of, but that's not the way that it is. It's a 50-50. It's always 50-50. It's always how it should be. And I think maybe somebody needs to like realize that, or ground that, or balance themselves out with that. And that's why something is on its way. I do feel like you made memories with somebody and now they feel like they're going to get addicted to that. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with truly liking something and feeling like you're addicted to it. It means that that's a law of attraction. I think really that's kind of what this reading is about, is the law of attraction. It's like somebody's fighting gravity. They're pushing away something that you're supposed to be taking in, right? Which is really weird, to push away something that you're supposed to receive. It's kind of like a little self-sabotage, eh? It's a little it's a little bit like, you know, self-sabotage energy, and the fact of like, you know that something great can work out, but then your subconscious kicks in and says, how is that supposed to be able to work out? It looks like they've been chasing you, or you're going to look like you're chasing them, or you're going to look codependent on them, like you need them. There's nothing wrong with leaning on people for support, right? You don't necessarily have to pick them off the ground and make them a whole new life, but I don't know. Somebody has to figure out their strength. You know, maybe there was Leo in reverse, so I do feel like somebody feels like they're weak. You know, they're not strong enough for you, or they're not going to be strong enough for you, right? So they had to have all these other weaker, lesser relationships where they were more the feminine energy than the masculine. Made them feel better, right? To almost be taken care of. And now this person has to take care of the relationship now, right? It's like roles are finally going into, I think maybe that's why this could be, it's a part of karma, because it's the law of attraction when a masculine is in his divine masculine and a feminine is in her divine feminine role, where two people can actually come together. And that's a pretty big force. I mean, I just heard that's a force to be reckoned with, you know, like, because once those two people come together, once the energy comes together, nobody's going to be able to break it apart, because it becomes this bond that leaks into you and you into it. In order to kill the bond, they'd have to kill the people, which happens. You know, if one of the persons in the relationship dies, the other one dies within like fucking 3 to 5 years, because that connection has now killed them, because they were being held together and living because they were together. So, like, you can imagine, like, I mean, we are all souls. Like, we're much higher and much more powerful than the suits that we're in. We're only in these suits. They're like gravity suits, right? Like, literally, when we leave gravity, we leave our meat suits and we go and do what we have to go and do. Because there's more here than what you think. You know, there's a lot more here than meets the eye. It's not just one thing and one thing only. Like, it's a lot of multiple jobs and destinations and dimensions and worlds that we have to go in, and so many things that have to be done and created. And once you find that in somebody, once you find kind of like a centerpiece, you know, or a counterpart to what you're missing, that becomes the law of attraction, right? Because when you're in the right energy, you attract the right energy. So if somebody from the past comes back, right, that you were always friends with, like, I feel like a romantic friend comes back from the past. They were never romantic with you in the past, but they become romantic with you in the future, and those are always the best, man. You know, you see people from the past and you hook up again and you're like, oh my god, like, it didn't even matter if you were together in the past. It's not what it's about. It's the fact that you still have the connection from the past that puts you face to face together again in the near future. So super cool. I'm gonna end this. Thanks for watching, Aquarius. Memberships have started, $4.99 a month. Gonna be doing a membership reading maybe tomorrow. Actually, I got a lot of things happening tomorrow. I got a lot of things happening over the next few days, to be honest. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but readings are always here, so don't you worry. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and yeah, word to you about this. Peace out, everybody.